my background is that I studied some art in Brazil, and I moved to the United States when I was 24 years old. Then marriage, motherhood, all of that came, and I got uprooted many times. I lived in Southeast Asia for a while. I lived in LA. Finally, I came here with toddlers and babies, and by the time I got back to what I was doing prior to all of that, the long I guess. So I picked up doing art classes at the Smithsonian, and then slowly I got to like decide, okay, it's time for me to go back to the world, and I should start reading some books. And I look at my shelf, and I have like lots of books about, painters, people I study a lot about. And then I'm like, there's a woman here, where are the women in my shelves? I'm a trader. So I thought, like, there's gotta be, can I name anybody in Berger? And then I Googled, and I found an art historian named Linda Nochlin, who has a very famous essay from the 70s. She wrote an essay, Why Haven't There Been Any Great Artists, compared to all the mad geniuses. So I started looking into that, and one of the questions was, like, can you name 5 women artists? Can anybody here name 5 women artists? You don't have to mention me. But yeah, most people can't. Even people that are in the art world cannot name women artists. So that's how I started researching women, and came up with 8 women, including one from Washington, D.C., which not everybody knows about her. She was a professor at Howard. Her name is Louise Marie Jones. And then, of course, there's Mary Cassatt, Frida Kahlo, Artemisia Gentileschi. I don't know if anyone is familiar with her. She's Italian from the 15th century, 16th century, 15th, 16th. And I was very interested in picture books, so I studied Beatrice Potter and Berthe Morisot, who was an impressionist in France. And, of course, George O'Keeffe and Anne-Marie Robertson, who is Grandma Moses, which was the only woman at the time that gave me a lot of hope, because she started painting at age 78. I thought, if she could do it, I could do it.
You got a head start.
I got a head start, yes. So while I was doing all my research, I filled up a book with some 400 names of women. I have their birthdays, and every day I kind of look at who is there. I'm very interested in that, and as I was researching them all, I started writing about it. And this piece here,
get up there. We're going to show the pieces.
Yes.
Go ahead.
But I was writing about them, but I was also then finding out about lots of other things, because one thing brings another, and it was very important in my own art process, and that is why then my art looks like that. If I was about like, okay, there's a gap here, I want to work on that and tell new stories, and that's how it all started.